Hey gang, it's Jeff from Photo Finish Restorations, and on this episode of Muscle Cars and Hot Rods, we're going to tear into a 1968 Pontiac Firebird. So check it out. Okay, sitting behind me is a 1968 Pontiac Firebird, and this is the next project on the docket. We're doing a few things different on this one, so let's catch you up to speed. Okay, this car as you see it right now has just come from the walnut sheller, and it is completely stripped down, including the bottom of the car. And normally what we would do is go through and metal prep the car and get it in primer. But on this one, we're going to try something a little different. See, we're under the gun to get this thing done by December so that Chewy, the owner, can have it when he gets deployed to Germany. So what we're going to do is not seal it up first. We're just going to get the metal work done real quick, and then we're going to get it in sealer. Here on the floor, I've gone through, gotten a panel made by Dynacorn, and I'm basically fitting it in right now. We're also going to get a transmission tunnel section so that we can get rid of all this ugliness. This gets quite repetitious. You see me cut out old metal and put new metal in before, and so basically the things I try to work on with each progress with each job as they go is, I should say with each new job as they come, is getting faster and honing in my skills a little bit. So, with this one, we went ahead and used the plasma cutter extensively to do a lot of our fitting. Okay, now we've got our pan all fit into place, and now we're going to begin welding it. Let's see what's happening. And as you can see right here, the floor pan is fit all in. And I've got it prepped to do a series of plug welds along the way. This section of the tunnel will be sectioned in with a piece once that comes in. So we'll go through and we'll plug weld around the perimeter from the top, and then I'm going to hop in from the bottom side and butt weld along that, or not really butt weld, but lap weld along the seam. Okay, now we're down under the car, and you can see here that we've got all of our plug welds in, and then we've gone through and we've started doing our lap joint with our stitch welds going through. And we don't exactly do this because it's a fun or exciting way to repair the car, but we do it for two reasons. Number one, you get the nice repair, or the nice strength against tearing of a plug repair, of a plug weld. And then you also, with the stitching of the lap weld, you get to go ahead and seal up the bottom of the car from the water. And the reason we do it on bottom instead of top is because this is where you're going to hit a mud puddle. This is where you're going to get the water, down under here. So make sure you wear protection. I've got my full leathers on right now because this stuff's going to fall down in our faces. And here we are, all welded in and ground down. Believe it or not, on a panel like this, it takes longer to fit it in there just right than it does to weld it and grind it. Let's look what's happening. Okay, we've got her all welded in and ground down, and just like I had mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and section the transmission tunnel here, so we're pretty much not welded from here over. We'll section that piece in. And then from the bottom side, And then from the bottom side, there we are, all welded and ground in. So this will be ready to be sanded down, epoxied, and then we'll put some seam sealer on our seams. So let's take this time to go around this car and see what's on the docket for the plans. As you can see, the quarter panels are in kind of rough shape. Of course, a lot of these Camaro and Firebirds rust out here. That's all just filled with Bondo. End up putting outer wheelhouses in, and we're gonna put new quarter panels in. We're gonna put a new tail light panel in, and here's a look at this quarter panel, which we'll be replacing. Here's a bad little section repair where you can see it's just real deep and nasty. We're rusted around the wheel wells all the way around. Just like on all the cars I do, we'll go ahead and fit the door to the quarter so that when we're putting our new quarter panel on, we'll be able to fit the quarter panel to the existing structure. Okay, we're just going to fit the doors and the deck lid so that we can detrim or remove our quarter panels and tail panel from the car. Seaming into this door. Now we got all our aligning panels fit and aligned to the car so that when we put our new skins on, we have a reference to go by. And it's time to remove the skins so we can get a look at our inner wheelhouses and how everything on the inside is. And I'm going to try the plasma cutter for the first time. Normally I wouldn't go torching into someone's car to remove the panel skin, but again, like we were talking earlier, we're always trying to increase our efficiency, make the job more affordable, and yet keeping our quality there. We're going to give it a try and see how it goes. Remember, when you're using a torch, it'll cut right through, so you want to stay away from the structure. There's a little bit of inner structure around the corner of the exit here that glues onto the quarter skin. We don't want to mess that up because it's not going to come on our new finish. So for the first spot, we're just going to stay down here along the body. Recommended me to stay away from these in case we end up having to use them on the new skins. You know how tough it is. We've got the inner structure in here that we want to stay away from. And then remember, down in this corner, the inner structure kicks back. So you want to stay away from that as well. We know our wheel wells rotted. We're going to stay away from that. Actually, it's probably closer to you. So that's going to do it for this episode. Ran out of time. We're going to go ahead and piggyback one on that gets the other quarter panel off, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into. Catch you on the next one.